Your brain is your most valuable asset. It controls everything you do, and it's important to take care of it by making healthy choices. Unfortunately, many people make habits that can hurt their brain. In this video, we will discuss some of the most common bad habits and how they can damage your brain. We'll also provide tips on how to break these unhealthy habits and protect your health. 8. Lack of proper sleep. Getting enough sleep is a difficult task, and many people have a hard time establishing their sleep routine. Study findings suggest that sleep loss impairs the ability to sustain attention over time beyond the ability to focus at any particular moment. Realizing how crucial sleep is to your health, productivity, and creativity is the first step towards establishing a better sleep pattern. It is common for working humans to try to prioritize getting things done as fast as possible while also allowing time for personal matters, fitness, etc. in most cases. This means sacrificing proper sleep for these activities. Switching priorities will bring a positive impact on your brain and your overall health. Take the time to understand your sleeping habits and how they affect your life, if you haven't already, so that you can take more control. There are some valuable resources on sleep that you can check out, including the Sleep Foundation website, The Sleep Revolution by Arianna Huffington, and Peak Performance by Brad Stulberg and Steve Magnus. 7. Too much sitting. The average adult sits for 6.5 hours per day, and all this chair time does a number on the brain. A 2018 study in PLOS-1 found sitting too much is linked to changes in a section of the brain essential to memory. Researchers used MRI scans to look at the medial temporal lobe, a brain region that makes new memories, in people ages 45 to 75. They then compared the scans with the average number of hours per day the people sat. Those who sat the longest had thinner the medial temporal lobe regions. According to the researchers, the medial temporal lobe thinning can be a precursor to cognitive decline and dementia. Researchers recommend moving after 15 to 30 minutes of sitting. Set an ongoing timer on your phone as a reminder. Make your movements active. Walk around the house, do push-ups against the kitchen counter, bang out several squats or lunges, or take a quick power walk around the neighborhood. 6. Lack of socializing. Loneliness and social isolation have been linked to depression, increased risk of Alzheimer's disease, and cognitive decline. Studies have shown that less socially active individuals experience a greater loss of gray matter, which is responsible for processing information in the brain. To counteract this, make an effort to engage in meaningful social interactions. Join clubs, organizations, or groups where you can share daily activities and experiences with others. Regular socializing can provide mental stimulation and foster a sense of belonging, promoting better mental health. 5. Overeating junk food. It's said that too much of anything is bad. The same applies to our brain too. We tend to overeat if the brain is not functioning normally, and vice versa. Overeating leads to brain damage. Overeating leads to deposition of cholesterol plaques and thickening of blood vessels of the brain, causing reduced blood supply to brain cells. This can cause serious damage to the normal functioning of the brain. It is found that overeating leads to Alzheimer's disease. Overeating leads to obesity, which in turn damages our self-image and self-confidence, and can lead to depression and other psychological problems. Parts of the brain linked to learning, memory, and mental health are smaller in people who have lots of hamburgers, fries, potato chips, and soft drinks in their diet. Berries, whole grains, nuts, and green leafy vegetables, on the other hand, preserve brain function and slow mental decline. So next time you start to reach for a bag of chips, grab a handful of nuts instead. 4. Stressing too much. Simply put, stressed brain can't always retain memories. The more stress you feel, the less peak performance you'll get from your brain. Stress is like poison to a place in the brain known as the prefrontal cortex. Our highest order thinking occurs in this region of the brain, which controls our thoughts, actions, and emotions. It takes effort and sometimes medication and therapy to treat mood and stress disorders. But you can take some action every day to pacify that prefrontal region. First, make sure you can recognize the signs of stress, including irritability, lack of energy, rapid heartbeat, decreased concentration, and feeling overwhelmed. Then, make sure you take control of the stressful situation to the best of your ability while understanding which things are out of your control. Finally, de-stress with deep breathing, taking a walk, calling a friend, meditating, or simply removing yourself from the situation for a while. 3. Smoking. Smoking is another horrible habit. It is one of the worst things you can do for your overall health, and that includes your brain health as well. Smoking damages blood vessels and causes chronic inflammation, which can lead to stroke and cognitive decline. People who smoke are also twice as likely to develop dementia. If you smoke, quitting is the best thing you can do for your brain and your body. 2. Negative thinking. Negative thinking is a habit that can damage your brain. When you're constantly stressed and anxious, it takes a toll on your mental health. This can lead to problems like depression, anxiety, and even dementia. In fact, some research shows that people who dwell on the negative have more amyloid and tau deposits in their brain. These deposits are a key indicator of Alzheimer's disease. Luckily, this is a relatively easy habit to change. If you want to keep your brain healthy, make sure you're thinking positive thoughts. In some cases, seeing a mental health provider may be beneficial if you are unable to change your thought process on your own. 1. Ignoring your health issues. If you have a health problem, it's important to see a doctor and get treatment. Ignoring your health issues can lead to serious problems down the road, including brain damage. For example, people who have untreated hypertension are more likely to develop dementia. Untreated depression and diabetes can also be harmful to your brain. If you want to keep your brain healthy, make sure you're seeing a doctor for all of your health concerns. Conclusion. Bad habits are notoriously difficult to kick, and there is never a one-size-fits-all approach to stopping them. Remember, both good and bad habits come from repetition. Start small by picking 1 to 2 things you can reduce or change. This is the end of the video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates.